If you go to your checkout stand right now, you will not see my face. Why? Because I'm just not cool enough anymore. Because I'm just not cool enough anymore. 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 I'm just not cool enough. Hi everybody, this is Corey Feldman coming to you again in part of the Truth Campaign. We've decided to make some changes based on feedback and problems that we're encountering. We felt that it was necessary to not only launch a secondary campaign, but also to explain to you guys in great detail why we have to do this. We've had a few problems on the original Indiegogo campaign. We're not shutting that campaign down, we're keeping it going, and in fact we may even extend it to buy us more time to get the funds that we actually need. A few roadblocks came up, things slowed down, and then right when it started picking up again, it seems that people started experiencing problems donating. We've had dozens of complaints that people are not able to get their donations through, they're being denied. We assume this is probably a technical error, something that's going on technically that's beyond our control or beyond Indiegogo's control, but we don't know for sure. So just as a precautionary measure, we are doing a much smaller campaign for a much smaller amount of money. Now this money that's being raised is going to be completely separate than the original campaign. The original campaign, originally we had it set up for the budget of the film and for security and for legal fees. Now we're going to kind of lump the legal fees in with the budget of the film, and we're going to shoot for a smaller budget. Obviously, the money that's being raised here is going to go for our immediate security, for 24-hour armed security, for the period of time that we get the pre-production started, we can start writing scripts. Now, a lot of people think that I'm very wealthy because I've managed to stay in the entertainment business my whole life, and I've been successful, and I have been successful. I've earned millions of dollars through my life. The first million I earned by the time I was 13 years old. My parents spent it before I was able to ever see it or touch it. With film work, when you're working all the time, there's always good income. However, when you get blacklisted and you're not able to work on A-level movies anymore, you're not able to work on A-level TV shows, you get delegated to second-rate shows, second-rate movies, and the biggest opportunities you get when you're blacklisted are to appear as cameos playing yourself, and usually in a very self-deprecating sort of way. It's all about making you look bad, but it goes way beyond that. Let's look at the history of why all of these kids in entertainment for years and years and years are so amazing, so enigmatic, so bright when they're young, and then all of a sudden they just disappear. They just stop working. Don't we think that there is a systemic problem going on here? Don't we see that it can't be possible that all of this amazing talent just fizzles out and dies? It's not realistic. Obviously, there's something bigger going on. This goes all the way back to Shirley Temple, the very first child star. And I've heard that there were actually molestation incidents with her. Now, most people didn't even know that she lived to almost 90 years old. She just died very recently. But, as mythology would have it, people were under the impression that this girl died when she was young because she stopped working. I mean, did you ever notice that like 90% of the kids that are growing up in this industry either end up suicided, or you never hear from them again, or if anything, you see them, on reality shows and little B-movie cameos where they're making fun of themselves and they look ridiculous or they look insane, and we all have a good look and we point and we laugh at them. Well, I've got news for you. It's not funny. If we don't change the cycle and take control back into our own hands, then we will never be free of this bondage. Now is the time we must stand together and we must fight against this darkness. It is basically child slavery. Let's call it what it is. But I'm doing this because I know I must. I have been given this blessing of a gift to be a soldier for God. To be a soldier for God. soldier for God, to be a soldier for God, to be a soldier for God, to be a